Hey, hello. Hey, hello. Hey, hello. Hey, hello. Fucking hell. Okay. I didn't know why I need to log in again in Discord. Hi. Hello. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Hope everybody is having a nice day. Hey, hi. Just cleaning up my desk. Do I want to clean this up? Maybe. Always be cleaning. That's what they say. That is what they say. No, just cleaning up a mic. This mic, I don't know. I'm not talking about this mic. I'm talking about a Rode lavalier mic. It just doesn't matter what I do with that thing. It's never really it never really sounds good. Which is annoying because when I check like YouTube videos, like people talking at lavalier mic, it's a very nice mic, but I need to do some more testing with it. It's a nice mic, but whenever I hear videos online and people actually using the mic, it sounds pretty good. It sounds good. But then I try it out and it's just, well, I know what the cause is. I know it's a problem, but it's a little bit like echoey because there's no soundproofing here. But I would say there's enough furniture here that would dampen like the bouncing around of the audio, but apparently not. Sometimes it works well, but it's just super quiet. It is also super quiet, and I don't. I'm rambling because I was cleaning up my desk. What was I gonna do? Listen, it's Saturday. I'm actually gonna. What am I gonna do? Let's find out why I can't log in Discord anymore, because I have not logged in Discord for a long time. Listen up. Is this the first stream of the year? Maybe. Happy New Year. Listen. The New Year's and a vacation. I had a nice vacation. I barely sat down behind my computer. It was lovely. It was actually lovely. It was so good. Login. That's not a login. What's the login? That's the login. But yeah, barely used the PC. It was very nice. There you go. Log in. I logged in into the mainnet. Oh my god. Oh my god. Discord. Let's see what is happening in Discord. Let's have a Discord stream. Why am I mentioned? I don't know. Nothing important. Oh, wonderful Christmas. Yes. Listen, I have Discord on my phone, but same problem. Need to log in again. I don't know. It just locked me out. I was talking about the mic. Listen. Listen. Let's do a mic over or an audio check, by the way, because I've been messing around even though I have not been streaming, I've been testing some stuff out here for possible streams. So, in a sense, I have streamed. Is my audio working? Hello? Yes. Because I've been testing out the lavalier mic, the wireless mic. It's a nice mic, but it just doesn't matter what I do. I never get the quality, and the problem is, like, I keep comparing it to this one, and you will never get the same result. It gets close though, but if I amp it up, like, there's just a little bit like too much noise in the background, and that is not working out, well enough. Good stream, good stream. Talking about mics. Listen, it is a very nice mic. I will keep talking about the mic. This is the content you're gonna get. It's just very handy because you got like one of these, and then I got the other one hooked up on a mixer. But that might be actually the problem, like how I hooked it up to the mixer, and yeah, I just need to put a lot of gain on it or boost like the dB on the mic on the receiver. Someday I will figure it out. But let me tell you why I've been doing that. Because as you might know, a while ago I streamed some Gloomhaven on the stream, and that was actually very fun. But I tried playing it on a desk, and that was less fun. That was less fun because it was just like too much. It was just like too much, like cleaning up. And although I rearranged my desk a little bit more so that I have more space, there's just not enough space here to play like a board game. It might be possible, but Gloomhaven, no, not really. 1 second. Where's that thing? Let's smash this up, because now I am actually thinking that I'm making a huge mistake with a little thing. But I've been thinking a lot, but like, okay, how can I stream board games a little bit better? And you know, what could I do to provide you with the best quality ever? The best quality ever. So I was cleaning up a different desk that's standing there for a computer, but I was like, oh, maybe I could make it so that I could just easily remove that monitor and use that for a streaming setup. Like if I want to stream like a board game, then I have my board game space over there. That would be pretty cool, because otherwise if I have to move around like all kinds of things here, then, doing like a quick board game stream would be a little bit like too much work. And listen, I'm lazy. I'm lazy. Sometimes I'm lazy. But that desk has a little bit more depth. It has a little bit more depth. It's 80 centimeters. How do I know? Because of this. Because of this. And this desk is probably the same. Or a little bit less. You're an idiot. It's the same. Well, no, I do have more. If I remove stuff from that desk, like, I do have more space. But that's actually good news. So it would be viable to play it here on this desk. But there are some board games that I would like to, try out that are like 60 by 90, and then that whole thing that falls apart as well. How wide what's the width of this desk? I know this is actually fantastic to do this on the stream, but here you go. Is this desk actually longer? Yeah, this is a longer desk. The desk thing. 150, 160 maybe, and that's 120. But I do have the mixer on here. Listen, this is what has been keeping me busy in the last couple weeks. Measuring desk. I measured my desk and the other desk multiple times because I keep forgetting. But that's my whole day. I measured it up, walk away, and measured it again. I know, very exhausting. So yeah, that's one thing that I've been trying to figure out. Like, okay, how can I actually do that? And also, what about the camera? Because last time we tried out a couple of things. For example, the creating like a good overhead view, and I used the Logitech 920. That thing, like, no, that could be good for like a close up, but that is not the thing that was liking. Was just the overall quality, you know. What is this in the chat? Why is there stuff blinking? Show mod icons. Yes, show. Shield mode. Do I need to turn on the shields? Yeah, so one thing that I actually tried out off stream and, you know, record and just check the quality. Listen, I'm not the streamer, but I like this stuff. So one thing that I actually, I don't know. I might have used it in the Gloomhaven stream, but maybe use my other phone and used Apple Cam. Did I actually use that one? No, I did the Intel NUC with the Linux and stream over the Wi-Fi, stream like the footage over there. That is what I did. That is actually what I did. But there was a huge latency, so that was not working out. So after that, I actually tested out a couple of other things. The Apple Cam. Apple Cam? Apple Cam? It's the Elgato thing. Elgato Epoch. Yeah, it is actually Apple Cam. Apple Cam Pro. So I tested that out, and let's see if I can actually show that for a little bit, because I'm curious about the quality. I made a mistake. This is a mistake doing this on the stream, but that was actually my goal, maybe, to do this. I actually wanted to do something else that was entirely silly on the stream. And no, that was not playing Marvel Champions, although I do want to play some Marvel Champions on the stream. I do want to play some of that. I am really enjoying that game. But the thing that I wanted to test out and see for myself, because I tested it out on the other desk, but the problem is, like, listen, it takes a lot of work, because streaming on the other desk, like, where's my cam, like cable management, I need to like go there. That's why I was trying out the wireless mics. Let's see, what should I for testing? I played some Marvel Champions and really enjoying this game, and I made a mistake. I bought cheap sleeves. There you go. Can I let's zoom in? Can I zoom in? Yeah, I bought some sleeves, and they don't feel good. They don't feel good at all. I went for the cheaper ones because there are so many cards for Marvel Champions. There are so many cards. I was like, I can't buy the Dragon Force sleeves. I can't justify that, because that is just simply too much money to sleeve than all the cards. But these cheap cards, I want to re-sleeve them again. Because let's see. Don't lay it down there. That's not gonna work out. So I got the sleeves that I currently have on the Marvel Champions cards. They are just absolutely flimsy. It's just not fun. Like they are so. There's no strength in the border. Listen, I'm an official sleever. They also move around in the sleeve, which is not fun. Listen, listen again. I'm not a board game expert. I started playing board games around Christmas. So I bought these ones. Gamegenic soft sleeves. And I was like, which sleeves do I actually need? Because I almost ordered inner sleeves. So those are sleeves that you put in a sleeve. Like, what are we doing? That's probably for like expensive cars and you want to make sure that they're like good. But these are soft sleeves. And I think that is why they move around so much, because they are soft sleeves. Now, listen. I need to stop saying listen. And then I was talking about the Dragon Shield, not Dragon Force. I think I said Dragon Force earlier, but I bought the also Dragon, but a different kind of Dragon. I bought the Clear Classic because then you got these that whole rabbit hole of, do I want a matte background so the shuffling is a little bit better, but I kind of like the clean look of the normal sleeves. But listen, I need to stop saying listen. A pack of these is like 12 euros. And the 12 euros is what I spent on buying like 1,000 of these. And this is only 100 sleeves. But they are fucking nice. They are absolutely nice. They are so good. But they are also so expensive. So I was like, no, I can't do that. I can't do that because currently I'm playing, although there's a game that I sleeved with those, like the special games get the Dragon Shield treatment. And I just like the clear. I don't want to have the matte background because it's a little bit more sturdy and well, they say for shuffling it's better, and they don't, like, the cards don't like fall off that easily. I'm like, sure, whatever. I think those are even more expensive. So I found these sleeves. This stream has turned into a mic stream, from a mic stream into a sleeve stream. So the board game sleeves from the Tin Man Arcane Tin Man. And I think that's the same company that makes the Dragon Shield sleeves, but they are not the same, but almost the same. There's a little bit of wiggle room in them, but they do feel much better. So what I wanted to do, I'm probably not going to do that here on the stream, but what I wanted to do was actually just re-sleeve like all the Marvel Champion cards. Like I only have like a core box opened up, but re-sleeve them because this is crazy. This is actually crazy. Let's see. I'm gonna get some sleeves, more sleeves. Listen, this is the content you're gonna get. Probably no video games, which is completely fine for me. Because one other thing that changed is that I am not in the mood for video games. Maybe some Fortnite, but I like the chilling down. So this is one of the Arcane Tin Man, the board game sleeves, and it's a little bit flimsy, but the border has a little bit more strength. I don't know if that's the official way to describe it, but they do feel a little bit better. So let's try and actually show this on the stream. I need to remove this. That is why I was cleaning up the mic, so that so that I can move this a little bit closer. So this is the cheap GameGenic. Like, it's just very easy to, like, I don't even have to put in like a lot of force to actually move it around. And the card just also moves like so easily within the sleeve. And I think that is why it's called a soft sleeve. See, it's just, it's not good, because it's also very easy to just like bump it in the bottom. Bump it in the bottom. So let's show what the result is when I use a Arcane Tinman board game sleeve. Now that same card is resleeved in a Arcane Tinman, and you know, it is better. With this card, I need to put in some more pressure to actually move it around, but it's just moving around like in a certain sense. Like I can still do the thing, but I need to apply more force, and it does feel more sturdier. So it's not like the card is moving around that much, just a tiny amount, just a tiny amount, and just don't apply force and actually try this out. But the most important thing is like the corners are just a little bit more sturdier, especially on the left and the right. I kind of like that. So it's harder to bump up the card, but just good enough. Good enough. So my my idea was that these cards are or these sleeves are way cheaper than the Dragon Shield, because a pack is like €4, 4 or 5. So that's like 40% of the Dragon Shield. Like, I bought the Dragon Shield for 8, but normally they go for 12. But I feel like these sleeves are much better for board games. I could assume that if you play Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic, you need the good shit. So this is very good just for board games. And again, why do you sleeve? Like, I just kind of like the feel and the look of it. I like the feel. I like the feel. It's easier for shuffling. But these GameGenic, like, no, no, nope. It's actually just making me angry. So that's Arcane Tinman. These Dragon Shield sleeves, they are so good. Like, holy moly, man. Like, they are so sturdy. They are actually fantastic. And they feel so good. But they are so expensive. See, if I apply almost the same amount of pressure on this card and move it around, it doesn't move. It doesn't move. Yes. I need to apply like way more pressure. And the nice thing is also, like, the border, like, it's not easy. You really need to apply a lot of pressure on the border to actually move it. And that also goes for the bottom. With the Dragon Shield, it's kind of tough to accidentally move the card up. They feel so good. I wish I could sleeve all my games with these sleeves. Someday I will make it happen. Just getting the card out is just way more difficult. But I was really in a pickle, like, which sleeve am I gonna use to sleeve like my Marvel Champion cards? And I decided on the Arcane Tinman, the board game sleeves. because it's like more than 50% cheaper than the Dragon Shield. So the Dragon Shield, I will keep them, but I will use them just for some board games that don't have that many cards. Because with the Marvel Champions, listen, I'm not gonna buy everything, but it's easily like 100 or 1,000 or 2,000 cards that you need to sleeve if you buy some expansions and extra characters or heroes. Like that's not good. That's not good. That's just too much. That is just too much money. That is too much money. But this one, I heard that there are some other ones like more premium ones that are actually better. But yeah, no, I decided on the Arcane Tinman, and I do have a lot of these sleeves right now. I will just use them for prototyping and maybe for another game that doesn't deserve the good shit. Let's move these here. So that has been keeping me very busy in the last couple of weeks. Which sleeves to use and how to stream a board game. No, man, the Arcane Tinman, they're good enough for this. Good enough for this, because I mentioned like the Marvel Champions, but I also have been playing some here and there, some Arkham Horror, the living card game. Also enjoy that, but I need to spend some more time on it. I started sleeving them as well, and you know, if you have like 2 games with cards and then have to buy the Dragon Shield stuff for both games, then that becomes even crazier. So it's like, let's just use one and let's go with that. They still feel good. They still feel good. So that is actually not what I wanted to do right now, because I wanted to do a small test with the cam. Let's see. That is hooked up. That is hooked up. Can I move you? Can I move you away? Listen, I'm not gonna play Marvel Champions on the stream right now. I will do so soonish, maybe. But the problem is with the cam and using the phone for the cam, the quality is pretty decent. Although I noticed that the readability of some cards is not that good when you use the cam, but I'm not sure if that's actually true. Did I have a good cam for this? Is this the cam? No, that is not the cam. Where's the Elgato cam? Why? Oh, there it is. Is that the webcam? No. Let's see if I can. I'm not going to use this one. Board game cam. Is it not here? Oh, no. There you go. So, well, that's already like one mistake, is that it's flipped around. I could, if I, from this distance, I could read the cards. Oh, that is actually pretty decent. That's actually pretty decent. That's somewhat decent. I thought it was worse. But yeah, of course, like because of the distance, like the readability is like way less than you want, than you might want. And also, if you expect to be able to read the card from this distance, you're crazy. Like, that's not doable. But what is doable, though, what is very nice, is that, well, if I hold the card correctly, you know, that's decent. I will check the default after the stream just to check the quality. But that's decent. That's good. These sleeves are fucking terrible. The other problem, or my concern, is the light bouncing around. Like, if you see the card like that, if that's like a huge issue, but I don't think that's gonna matter much if I use the sleeves or not. Like, yeah, maybe a little bit. That's maybe why you want to have like non-glare. But even though you can't read the card anyway, I think you really need to get up close to read it. Raids of Ultron. But I just like to look with the sleeves. I don't want to have my cards like that. Although it's still good. But yeah, that is why I need the space, because you know, if you got like listen, this stream is just gonna be me talking about this for another like 30 minutes or so, or maybe I will just re-sleeve some cards like during the stream. Only have like 30 minutes left. But yeah, that's why you need the desk space, because when I play it, like, you kind of want to have my hand, the cards that I have in my hand, like lay down here so you can see them. And then you got like the scenario cards like over here, so you need quite a bit of space to play this. Man, this does look better on the stream if you don't sleeve it, but I need to find out if that's just a matter of like maybe lowering the light, or maybe use a different light source for this part here, or maybe if I use like a darker matte. Don't mind the purple matte. It's just a thing. But this is actually better than I was thinking that I would be with this phone. Because on some other test that I did, it was just not readable at all. But that was on the stream. I need to check the fault. Yeah, I do need to check the fault. Because the nice thing would be to be able to actually read the text here on the card. But it might be doable. I don't know. Like, is it readable? Maybe. Right. Is that kind of stream? But that works. Actually, a little bit better than I thought. But I will check the fault for the other thing. Another thing. Well, my desk is already like a mess. These Game Genic, the soul sleeves. Like, no. Nope. Not good. Not good. Do I want to re-sleeve these cards right now? Maybe remove the sleeves. Listen, I'm just... I'm gonna do that on the stream. I'm not... here and there I might show the card, but I need to... It's driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts. I don't know how to deal with the cards. I don't know how to deal with the cards and like the sleeving. But what I'm gonna do is actually remove the sleeves and just have the cards here so that I can actually sleeve them with the better sleeves. Because it's just not fun playing the game with these sleeves. I don't know what it is, but it's actually driving me nuts. They're so flimsy. It was a bad impulsive purchase. Went with the cheaper thing, and I paid the price. So yeah, I've been trying to play some Arkham Horror. That game is fun. Only played the core box. I do have like another campaign. The problem with Arkham Horror right now, you play like through these scenarios, the story bits, and I really like it. And you need to, at some point, I will do like a proper stream for the Arkham Horror and actually show it. Ask me anything. I'm an expert. The biggest problem is that I was playing on my coffee table and it just requires so much space. Like the first scenario, you just use like a couple locations that you could visit, and now I hit like the second one because I just replayed like the first one over and over and over again just to get like a good sense of like what I could do and how I should play it. The biggest problem is just that the in the second scenario you need to visit, or you have the ability to visit like 9 locations instead of like 4 or 5 in the first scenario, and that like each location is just a card, so you need to have like a lot of desk space, and so it's no longer viable to play it on the coffee table unless I make like a huge row of other locations, but each location is kind of connected with each other, so you kind of want to have like that a bird's eye view of that instead of just because from one location you might not be able to actually go to the other one laying next to it. That's why you want to arrange them a little bit better. So it just uses a lot of desk space. That's why I was thinking, well, I should order on the coffee table. It's just not doable, and play some other games there. It's slightly doable, but it's just a little bit like chaotic. And the thing that I discovered playing the board games is just the fact that it's something to chill down. It's, to chill out a little bit instead of being instead of having that feeling like, okay, this is driving me nuts because it's so chaotic. Like cards here, cards there, tokens here. So many tokens in board games. Like holy moly. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna remove the sleeves from these as well. Which sleeves are these? The cheaper ones? Maybe. Oh, what is this? What is that? What is this? What is this? Where's Claw? There's Claw. I like Marvel Champions. I really like it. It's easy. But it's easy-ish to understand. Here's Claw. I'm Claw. Want to remove the cards from that deck. And maybe I don't want to remove all the sleeves from all the cards right now, but do it in like small batches. Maybe use the current deck. I was playing Marvel Champions with what's the cat called? Wakanda, the Black Panther. It's fun. The problem that I do experience with Arkham Horror and slightly experience with, or also experience with the Marvel Champions is that they give you a standard deck. Like, okay, if you just do this and do that, then you're good to go. But then they say like, okay, maybe start building your deck and try to swap out some cards or use some different cards, which is important with Marvel Champions, but especially with Arkham Horror, you do have some deck building, but in a different way. I need to read up on that, like how to. I don't want to look at templates like, okay, this is the best deck for Black Panther. I kind of want to discover that for myself. I think that's like part of the enjoyment, to build like a deck and then actually defeat like an opponent. defeat like a scenario in that way. Like by something that I built on my own instead of just using something that's is just like overpowered and too much thought out. You know, it's part of the process. But I have no idea where to begin. I have no idea where to begin, and I need to. That's the next step. Deck building. I'm in it, baby. I'm in it. Wish I had the cam set up so that you could actually see me removing the sleeves, because I think that's also very exciting. Could I quickly fix that? Nah. Don't wanna. That's why the stream is called Just Chilling and Chatting, or Just Chatting and Chilling. Because that's what I'm doing. In other news, I started selling my a part of my game collection. I finally pulled the plug and said, like, enough is enough. And it feels very good. It feels very good to sell like a part of that collection. And now you might wonder, what are you selling exactly? Well, mostly just like DS and some 3DS games, and trying to get rid of like the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 2. Collection is not a huge collection. The problem is that it's just a terrible collection. I do have like a couple games that are somewhat expensive, but most of them are so cheap and they just take up space, and I want to get rid of them. So I don't want to sell my Nintendo games, although I'm selling a couple 2DS and 3DS games, and I might want to sell them all, because when I think about it, I rarely play those games. I rarely pick up my 3DS and actually play like 3DS games. Maybe I should like play some Link Between Worlds, but it's just not that enticing to me to sit on the couch and play like a 3DS. I don't know why. You're crazy. It's a good game. Why are you not playing that game? Most of the time I'm also thinking, well, is this something that I might want to play on a stream? And with 3DS and 2DS, like, no, I'm not gonna fuck around with emulators and play the games like that. Like, nope. And the PlayStation 2 games, like, they're just so... I do have... There's a period of time with the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 2 a little bit that I mostly had those consoles for the exclusives, you know, just the console games that would come out on that instead of like the games that would come out also on the PC. That PlayStation 3 collection, man, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's not worth a damn penny. It's not worth a lot. And again, there are some games that are somewhat expensive, but just a couple of them. Most of them are just pure shit. I'm looking at the pile there, and for example, Assassin's Creed 1 is laying on top of it, the Platinum Edition. And besides it is Mortal Kombat. And besides that is Resident Evil 5. Who wants to buy those games? Like, no one. How do I get rid of them? Because I don't want to give them away for free. I need to get some money. I'm not crazy. At some point I will probably just donate them. Yes. And I did build a small stack of games that I just want to keep because I'm not selling the console. I could do that. Maybe, but who wants to buy like a PlayStation 3? Who wants to buy one? Now that I think about it, I might have 2 PlayStation 3s. I think an original one, not with the backwards compatibility, but the one not. I might have 2. I might have 2. I need to check that. But who knows if they are still working? Like, too much of a risk. Too much of a risk to sell those and then have someone complain that it's not actually working. Too much of a risk. But yeah, for the PlayStation 3, kind of looking at the stack right now, I was actually amazed how cheap the limited editions are for like the Dark Souls and the Demon Souls. I've that Black Phantom, Red Phantom edition of Demon Souls when it came out. You would think that it might be worth something, but that's the thing. Like, I don't want to sell it because it holds a special place in my heart. I don't want to sell like something like Demon Souls. Like, even if I would be able to get some money for it, like that's the one that I would like to keep, just because when that came out, I knew that that would become a massive hit. I just knew. No, I didn't. But it was just like a fantastic experience to play. It is. And that's the same with like the 3DS games. Like, the only games that I might not want to sell are like the Zelda titles. But other than that, like, if I can get rid of them, like, it's fine. One of the other games that I was really for a second there, I was looking up like Metroid Fusion, because I have that one complete and boxed in good condition. I was thinking about it and I was like, nope. Nope, not gonna sell that one. I want to get rid of the box and maybe sell the box or something, like if someone is interested in that. But I can't get rid of the Metroid Fusion and the first Zero Mission and what did I say? Zero Mission and the Fusion. Like, nope, I can't sell them. I think those are the games that I would like be bummed out if I sold them, like the Metroid games, because I was thinking about it. Like, we streamed like the Metroidvanias a while ago on the stream, like the Castlevanias and so. Those are the games that I keep coming back to, like that I could play like every year. It's the same with Link to the Past. Like, that's one of those games. Like, oh yeah, let's just play that. And it's amazing like how expensive the Metroid. I think it's Zero Mission that's the most expensive one of those two. Like, I would never buy that one again. Probably not. If I sold it, it would be too expensive to actually buy again. But I'm drawing a line with selling the games. I'm the only, like, I want to get rid of the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, of course. Like, I wish I, like, not all of them, just a couple that I will keep. But I have maybe like 30 PlayStation 3 games that I want to just like, please go away. I don't have like a PlayStation 1 collection. Kind of bummed out about it. I only have like Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Metal Gear, and that's it. So that's good. Those are the games that I also don't want to sell then. And I think the Symphony of the Night is fucked up anyway. I bought that one scratched from Game Mania. Thanks, Game Mania. Thanks. Barely working. Look at this. It's sleeved. With a slightly better sleeve. I think the Arcane Timon board game sleeves are the best for something like this. Man, but the Dragon Shield stuff, it's so good. It is so good. PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2. I don't have like a ton of Xbox games or Xbox games that are worth a damn. Like, just a couple of them. But it's not really worth the hassle, or just have not properly looked at it. Nintendo DS games, yes, but maybe not the Castlevania. I sadly only have like Dawn of Sorrow. I kind of wanted to sell it, but then I was thinking, no, it's actually a Metroidvania. Like, why not keep it? Why not keep it? Because that I could see myself playing that one at some point again. And you know what? It's compared to the GBA Castlevania games, it's not worth a lot. Maybe like 30 or 40. So I'd rather like have that one just in the collection, and because I do have like the Game Boy Advance games now, like let's just keep it all complete and together. But yeah, mostly for the 2DS. Like when am I gonna play 2DS games? I think one of the factors also for me like considering selling the games is also the fact like is there like a way to play them on a TV? Like DS and 3DS, like no. If I use like an emulator, but it's not something that I could easily stream or just play. So that's also kind of part of the thought process. Like, do I want to get rid of this? Same with 3DS. Like again, the Link Between Worlds and Ocarina of Time 3D. So yeah, I don't have the Majora one, but I don't mind. I don't mind selling them. Here we have a Fantastic Hulk. Super good card. Max 1 per deck. It has strength. The GameCube one, that collection, that I go back and forth with that one. It's a tough one. The GameCube one, probably sell a couple games. I already sold like a couple of games that I just don't think that I would ever play again. But that one is the collection that keeps me thinking like, no, that's something that I will probably regret later on. But I also know that it's probably something not something that I would stream also. Like streaming the games is also like part of the checklist. Will I stream this game? Would that be fun? Because we streamed some GameCube games a while back, and the quality of that, even using like the FrameMeister, like the upscaler, it is just not that good. It's just not that good. So I'm not gonna go all out and sell them. Just a couple of them, and then just see how it feels. But I don't know. Like I don't. The tricky part is like I don't have like that. How would you call that? Like maybe like an emotional investment in those type of games. Like yes, they are good. Didn't really grow up with them. I just remember buying them every time when I just had like when a game would come out, I would just buy it immediately, like full price. And it's a decent collection, but yeah, when am I gonna play the GameCube games? When am I gonna play Jungle Beat or Dance? The Dance Mario game. I should sell that game. I have the dancing mat. Maybe that's something that I would do on a stream first, like use it. No, that would actually ruin the whole thing. Then I can say it's brand new and it's used. Silly idea. I'm not gonna dance on the stream. I'm not crazy. Well, sometimes. But yeah, the GameCube collection. Yeah, I don't know. I like having the Wind Waker. I wish the Wind Waker would just come out on the Switch and I would do that. But having like the Animal Crossing on a GameCube, it's just so adorable. Like, why would I sell my Animal Crossing that I spent so much money on importing because it didn't come out here? Like, will I miss Dodging the Giant when I don't have Dodging the Giant anymore? We played some on the stream. It was fun, but am I really gonna play that someday? Like now? Mario Sunshine? No. Is it nice to have F-Zero GX? It's kind of nice. Will I all play it? No, I'm terrible at it. Paper Mario? Maybe, but I never really played it again after finishing it for the first time when it came out. Wave Race? No. Mario Kart Double Dash? No. 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 Metroid Prime? 2 Egos. Egos. Maybe at some point I would actually try and finish that game because I never finished it. And would I sell the original Metroid Prime? No, probably not. And you know what? They are not that expensive. I think Metroid Prime only goes for like 30 euros and Echoes maybe a little bit more, maybe 40, 45. So to me, it's like, is it actually worth it to sell it? No. See, that Metroid Prime 2 and Echoes would probably go into the pile like, no, I want to keep them. I want to keep those games. Same goes for... I'm just gonna go down a list. I'm gonna go down a list. If you got the input, let me know. But the Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes, that one is expensive. That one is expensive. Would I mind? I need to know. Are these? No, these are the bad cards. Sleeves, right? No, I don't know anymore. Just have to feel. Just have to feel. No, these are all bad. Just gonna pot them up. Oh my god. Idiot. You fucked it up. Metal Gear Solid, like, I kind of want to keep my Metal Gear collection, so it's probably that's probably a no. That's probably a no. I would sell Metal Gear Twin Snakes. Not because it's, well, it's not that bad. It's enjoyable. Like Twin Snakes, it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much, I know. It's not that good. It is not that good. You know what? I'm just gonna re-sleeve all the cards. YOLO. Meow. There you go. That goes there. Let's clean this up. Let's get a new stack of cards to re-sleeve. I wish I did not buy the Game Genic, the soft sleeves. But I think they were on the sale and they were so cheap. But now I know why they're cheap. It just doesn't feel good. Let's start with this. Let's re-sleeve these. No, let's remove the sleeves and then re-sleeve. Put the card there. Luigi's Mansion, yeah. See, that's a problem. Like, that's like a maybe. Like if I keep a GameCube collection, it would just be like some games that stand out and are kind of like maybe the launch titles or that have that authentic GameCube feel. Like okay, if you have like a collection, it should if you make like a collection of 10 games, is Luigi Mansions on there? Probably. Like, would I be able to sell my Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, the limited edition? Maybe. Because are you ever gonna play the Wii U version? Do I actually have the Wii U version? Then you got like Burnout. Burnout, it's a fantastic game, but it's only like €5. So I would just keep that, and also for the memory of me playing Burnout at the time. That was just that was actually a really fun experience. Like playing Burnout, looking back at it, it's not that good, but something like 1080 Avalanche, would I sell it? Probably. Baten Keitels. When the trailer hit and it was announced at the E3, I was like, oh my god, this music and this art, it's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. But I never really got far in Baten Keitels. So that to me is like, even though I value it a lot, I am kind of like, maybe sell it. Ikaruga, same. Probably sell it. Like, would I play it? There are different ways to play the game also at the moment. So it's kind of like, sure, whatever. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. It's sold. Eternal Darkness. I don't think I'm ever gonna play that game again. I'm watching a walkthrough or like a playthrough at the moment, and that game is just not that good anymore. It's just not that good. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. That art style of the game is so good. So good. But also probably never gonna play it. Like I played it when it came out. I played it solo, and which is crazy. But doable. It was fun, but I think I like the art style. No, you know what? I kind of like the. There's something about that game that I really like. Can't remember what exactly, but the calmness of it and collecting items to make or like build other items, and the items just the. I don't know. It's an odd one. It's an odd game. Also was re-released, but I'm not sure if that's good. Would I sell it? Yeah, maybe actually. If I think about it, maybe that one would go on a list. Dancing States Mario Mix. Yeah. It's fun to have, but if I could sell it and get rid of that box, then yes. Super Monkey Ball. It's not expensive. Like, why would I sell it? It's only €10. WarioWare Inc. WarioWare Inc. is the only reason to get out the GameCube when you have like friends over and play some silly mini games. Wave Race. It's just not worth it to sell it. Power Tennis. Same. Not worth the hassle to sell it, so that would be a game that you would sell like in bulk with other games as well. Double Dash. Worth considering selling. Because we got Mario 8. Which is a fantastic game. Still play that often. It's so fun. And I really like the stuff that they're doing with the new tracks. I wish they would come out a little bit faster, but I definitely understand like why it's taking time. But it's always fun to boot it up and play the new tracks. There's just so many tracks right now, and more coming, which is very cool. Very cool. Mario Kart is fantastic. So, would you ever play Double Dash? No, probably not. Donkey Konga? Listen. The drums take up a lot of space. And playing that on the stream is like a no-go. That is not doable. I might have tried that once. It's just not doable. It's too much noise. Resident Evil Code Veronica X. I don't know. Yes, I would sell that one. Yes. It's a good game. But that one is allowed to go. Mario Sunshine. No, see, if I would keep like a small GameCube collection, that one would be in there. Like, it's not something that I would play, but it is not that expensive. It's maybe like 15 or 20 euros. Like, why? It's just because it's Mario, just keep it. It's Sunshine. It's good, not good. Good, not good. What amazes me is no, I'm skipping a game. Another game is Skies of Arcadia Legends. Played it on the Dreamcast, really enjoyed it. I imported it for the GameCube. It's good. Played some on the stream. Would I actually play it? Nope. It's a nice to have, but I just don't have any like I'm not pulled in it. I'm not invested enough in Skies of Arcadia or something like that. It's also a very expensive game, so that also taking that into account, I'm like, yeah, probably sell it if I'm not ever gonna play it. Also, it's a little bit of an hassle to play it because I did not mod my GameCube, so I would have to use the freeloader, and that also that extra step is also just like no. Then you got like something like Resident Evil 0. See, that's maybe one that I would keep because they are also not that expensive. And something about the GameCube and Capcom is just I think it's an interesting part of that, let's say, history, like the GameCube history, like the Capcom commitment to the GameCube. You know, with the Capcom 5 and just the Resident Evils. Listen, Resident Evil, like those were amazing, like the remakes. So I would just the original Resident Evil I wouldn't get rid of as well. Pikmin 1 and 2, probably not. Just because they are like Nintendo games. Soul Calibur 2. It's not that expensive. The thing that I notice with trying to sell the games is just like a lot of games from like the GameCube and PlayStation 3 and Xbox. The thing that stands out to me is that there are less games that are worth a damn. Bad investment. Listen, video games are bad investments unless you buy something like that's ultra rare. Doesn't your giant? It should be part of a collection, but maybe not my collection. It's fascinating. Star Wars Rogue Leader. Wait, do I have Rogue Leader? Oh, that's a. I think that's a launch game. P&O 3. See, that's the Capcom thing again. Like the Capcom 5, P&O 3. Such a unique collection of games, you know. It would. It's somewhere on the list. See, the GameCube. With the GameCube, I'm just considering a couple of them, and just thinking that I should keep the rest. Like, don't go crazy on selling those games. But it has been fascinating or interesting for me to just like going over it. Like, why do I still have these games, and is it actually worth it to keep them? Like, I am never gonna sell, or probably never gonna sell, like the Nintendo 8-bit, the Super Nintendo, the Game Boy Advanced, and the Game Boy games. Like, no, I would, no. Like, that's just like, that's a definite no. Like, nope, not gonna sell them. Just not gonna do it. Like, nope. I would hate it if I lost that. It took so much time and money to actually get that collection. So that's... And the GameCube is somewhat like in between. Like Nintendo 64. I don't have like a ton of Nintendo 64 games. Like, I'm not even considering selling those because I don't have a ton. Like 5 of them. I don't even which ones. Mario Kart, Mario 64, maybe GoldenEye. I'm not even sure if I have GoldenEye. Maybe Majora's Mask? Yes, I do have that on the GameCube. Nintendo 64. I do own that one. I think. Come on, cards. Work with me. What is easy to do? Let's just do this. So yeah, Nintendo 64 is kind of like, no. No, let's just keep them. I think those are the games that I have for the Nintendo 64. Maybe Star Fox or Lyad Wars. I'm not even sure. They're just somewhere, like in a closet. Do I have more GameCube things that see, if you talk about well, Animal Crossing, I already mentioned that one. It's in the DLC version, but the thing that I like about Animal Crossing is just like to look back at it, like just to see like how the game has evolved, and just, yeah, you know, it started there. Selling the freeloader? No, that would be kind of nuts. Super Smash Bros. Melee. Listen, I don't hate Melee. I don't hate Smash Bros. But I don't care. I will probably keep it because, you know, just saying, goes for F-Zero GX. Probably. I think the thing that I noticed is that most of the games that I might want to get rid of are not necessarily official, like Nintendo. Besides maybe like Fire Emblem, you could see as, I don't know if that was like first party already. But yeah, probably that's like one of the things on the checklist. Is this like an official, like Nintendo made published game? Futureful Joe, it's not that expensive. Killer 7, like now it's Like, no, that's the Capcom 5 thing again. Beautiful Joe, P&O 3, Resident Evil 4, and Killer 7. And the other one was cancelled. The Phoenix something. So it's the Capcom 4. But it started out as a Capcom 5. RIP Phoenix. That was maybe also the least interesting game that was showcased back then with the Capcom 5. Or kind of like, I don't know. I might have to... No, I will forget it. I was gonna say I will probably check out like a trailer. Just to remember myself what the fifth one actually looked like. All I can see is like something flying. With kind of like wings. Duh. You could also fly with a jetpack, but it was more like an angel wing type of deal. Maybe? That's my memory. Am I almost done with this? Nope. This is taking way longer than I actually was thinking that would take. But once it's done, you mean you're so happy then. You're so happy. I've been talking for like an hour and 20 minutes. Congratulations if you're still listening or if you're still watching this. Congrats. But yeah, not really in the mood for like video games, a digital type of games. It's just one of those times where I'm kind of like, no, I don't wanna play anything. I was playing like before Christmas or around Christmas. I was playing a little bit more Death Stranding. I really enjoyed that game. Again, I played it to some extent on the PlayStation 4. The funny thing is that, and I fell off the Death Stranding wagon because I had hit a certain point. Funny thing is that the same thing happened again. At the same exact point, I fell off, and it's kind of tough to get back into it again. It's truly the same point again. I was really thinking like, nope, this time I'm gonna go and finish it. I am like halfway to the end, the big snowy mountain. I did that. I did the thing after that with the Hardman. And then I need to bring some packages to like 3 people before I go to the final thing. I think I need to go to the final thing. But something about that part, it's driving, it's not driving me nuts, but it's more like, I don't want to deal with this, man. Like, already crossed the mountain. That was already like annoying as hell. And you keep building the roads, and now I keep thinking like, was it actually like a thing that I had to do, like build the roads like that? That's like a huge time investment. But if you go after the mountain, and when you have built the roads on the mountain, you don't need them. So is that just like something nice to have? Like I don't get it. Maybe I'm spending too much time to do like almost everything or get like perfect scores everywhere. Who knows? Who knows what goes on in my mind? But yeah, played some Death Stranding, but fell off again. Might have played some Fortnite just to unlock the Doomslayer, but also for that, like, I don't know what it is. Sometimes you're just a little bit burned out on those type of games. So I've been enjoying a lot, like spending my time with the board games. That's why I'm also trying to figure out, like, okay, what could I do to stream that? It's gonna... There is gonna be a Marvel Champion stream soon-ish. Couple weeks or so. Had to order a couple things to make that easier. Just to build like a setup. And once that is done, we will see if that's actually something fun to watch and stream. I just like the idea of like the board games, just to chill out and talk a little bit and play a game that where you're not like constantly on. Less chaotic than Fortnite. Less chaotic. Why is this taking so long? I still need to do a whole stack. Holy shit, dude. See, yes, doing this and seeing like how fast I actually go through these cards. Like I think the core box of Marvel Champions has maybe around like 300 cards. Maybe around there. Like having to sleeve those all with the Dragon Shield. Like nope. Nope. That would be super silly. It would be so expensive. Already this is already expensive. What do I need to do with the other sleeves that I have? You made a mistake buying those. Buying those, I could have bought like one pack of Dark Dragon Shield cards, sleeves. One pack. Yeah, let's finish this one up, and then I need to send out some packages of games that I have sold. Do that. Do some grocery shopping. Although the weather today is absolutely terrible. It is actually weather that makes you just like, no, I'm gonna sit still and do nothing. Which is fine. It's Saturday, which is fine. Well, I could talk about like the stream plans, but I already talked a little bit about it. But yeah, the next couple of weeks are also gonna be busy with work, so I need to find some time for the streaming again. And I also need to get back into the rhythm of like making games. Got some plans. Working with, thinking a lot about releasing Horizon Danger within 6 months. And thinking about what I'm gonna do and what I need to do to actually achieve that goal. Because I really wanna finish that up and be done with it. So I can do something else instead of it just lingering around in my mind rent-free for 10 years. But yeah, I might release it within 6 months or even sooner. That's the plan. That's the idea. Got some Peter Parker. There you go. And spoilers, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Spoilers. I'm sorry if you have not watched the movies yet. It's a big reveal. Big reveal at the end. I am Spider-Man. Oh no, he's Spider-Man. Goes a little bit like that. Again, spoilers. Now I need to open up. See, now the tricky part is like I have a small stack of cards left that I need to sleeve. But I'm out of sleeves, so I need to open up a new pack. And me opening up a new pack means that I am gonna sleeve the other cards as well. This goes so fast through the sleeves. Like, good decision not going with the Dragon Shield ones. Because that is just absolutely nuts. That's absolutely nuts. That is just not. That is not. Nope. That's not good. Nope. Nope. That's just not. That's too much money. This is already like a little bit too much. you could make a case like, okay, why, if it costs so much money, like sometimes you see the comment, like you might as well just rebuy the game if like a card is damaged. And I'm sort of agree with that. But again, I think these sleeves help out with the shuffling, and maybe a game is not widely available anymore when you want to rebuy it again. Because my experience so far with the board games and just when I compare to like the digital or the real video games, there's also like you're dealing with the scarcity and games not being available. And of course, that's not like the case with Marvel Champions. But you know, at some point it might not be available that much anymore or out of stock. Like, even with board games, you need to think about that. It's freaking crazy. It has been very interesting, and to me, to dive a little bit deeper into that whole thing with the board games, just to get like a sense of like, okay, what is actually going on here? Like, what are people streaming? What's the deal with board games? Like, how do they stream? What do they talk about? It's similar but different enough. It has been fascinating to me to actually watch that. Sleeved. There you go. It feels better than the other sleeves. There you go. I'm gonna remove the sleeves of these. I'm gonna re-sleeve them, and that's gonna do it. Because then this is all done, and I can just like in my mind say like, yes, you did it. You actually did it. Congratulations. Are these the cheap sleeves? Sometimes I don't know anymore. Oh, they are the cheap sleeves. Yes. Be gone, cheap sleeves. Be gone. Please, go. I need to remove the sleeves first. Got a rhino. There you go. It's so terrible, these sleeves. Just doesn't, it feels so cheap. It feels so cheap. It's amazing. Amazing. Never gonna buy them again. I learned my lesson. Even that thing is a whole deal. Like reading up, me watching reviews online about the sleeves. Holy shit, dude! It's a rabbit hole. The board game thing. It's a whole rabbit hole. Checking sleeves, reviews, different opinions, videos about sleeving and what you need to do, what you shouldn't do, and then you get in a rabbit hole like how to shuffle, like what's something that you should not do while shuffling. Then you got like the whole Kickstarter thing and board games and the FOMO that you get from that, like, oh, that's a nice board game. Oh, and it's only available with Kickstarter. Like, oh, maybe I need to do that. And then you start to check videos for reviews about that. I wish I never started with board games. No, that's a lie. Like, I'm really happy that I actually started invest some time in the board games. Because I do enjoy it. But it's just another hobby again. Oh my god. And it's also not a cheap hobby. Then you get like the whole Etsy thing with token trays. Etsy is a dangerous place when you start like a board game hobby. Holy moly, it's dangerous as hell. Another thing that I've been thinking about, because some board games have like the miniatures, like the small figures. Like, do I want to start doing that? Maybe try some painting. Then you watch some painting tutorials, like what does it actually entail to paint some of those. It's for one thing leads to another. One thing leads to another. It's very fascinating. And me selling my video games, like some of them clearing up, making up some space, and then the board games are around the corner and say like, I need some extra space. Board games take up a lot of space. But I do think with the board games, I might have set a rule right now. I have a list of games that I want to check out and games that I might be interested in, but I might have set a rule like, okay, what you have right now, like that is it. Like just focus on 3 or 4 board games and that's it. And don't buy more. Don't buy more. Don't buy. No, don't buy. Don't buy more. Don't. You shouldn't. I'm not gonna. But I have a list. I have a list that says must buy. I'm really interested in Los Ruines of Arnak. That's on my top of the list. It's listen, I don't know exactly like how that all works, but it's like a worker placement board game with cards and slight deck building, I guess. And another one that's on the top of the list, but that will come out later this year. That's the Everdell Mistwood. I think people that back the Kickstarter already have like Mistwood, but it will come out to retail in June, I guess. And the Mistwood for Everdell has like a good single player rule set. I'm also very interested in single player part of like this whole thing. I'll go over the list for the maybes while I'm sleeving this. Listen. This is my board game podcast. On the maybe list, the maybe list is something like I will check some more reviews. Like I've seen it. Like yes, I might buy it if it's on sale, but not necessarily in a hurry to buy it. It's more like these games stood out so far in top 10 lists, or might fit my criteria of like something that could be enjoyable to me. Here we have Jon Rock's Driesen scary card. The maybe list. I will start with telling you what's on that list. Just a second. Oh my god, there's a whole nother stack that I didn't sleeve. I will do that later. I hate it. Not that many cards. One second, I need to. I do have some small sleeves, but I'm not gonna use them for these. I think like now it's no, that would be too much. That would be too much. But I found another stack of cards that still needs to are still like in the poopy sleeves. And we don't want to have like the poopy sleeves. I made a mistake with those. Just feels very terrible. Terrible. I'm just gonna remove the sleeves. The maybe list. Here we go. It's not in order of like, okay, the one that's at top is like, okay, that one like has the big priority. I shuffled around this list, and because some games were on a must buy, but I moved them to maybe. For example, Gloomhaven was on my must buy list, and I actually moved it to my maybe list. And let me tell you why. The Jaws of the Lion, I need to finish that one first. I need to finish that campaign first from the Gloomhaven. I really enjoy it, and I think when the desk is like done and I can actually play a board game like with a little bit more space, then I will play some more Gloomhaven. Maybe on the stream, maybe off stream, but I just need like the space to actually play it and to have the ability to also just keep it there. Keep it all there laid out, instead of like, okay, I actually need to clean this up because I need to use my computer. That's the problem with using this desk. See, here I could play something like Arkham Horror maybe, or the Marvel Champions, but Gloomhaven, like, no. But I moved it to the maybe list because, first of all, it is expensive. It is an expensive game. And that Gloomhaven actually uses up more space than, I think, no, it definitely uses more space than Jaws of the Lion. So I would love it. But I would need to have like a dedicated table for that. For sure. So I was like, it goes on the maybe list. The other one is also Frosthaven. Frosthaven was a Kickstarter, and people just received their copies, and it might come out like later this year, but I highly doubt it. I think I might go for Frosthaven instead of Gloomhaven, but Frosthaven is also like super expensive. It probably will go for like $240 when it get launched. Like now, no, that's just too much. And I like Jaws of the Lion, and something like Gloomhaven or Frosthaven I really would like to explore a little bit more. But to me, I could only justify that if I've played Jaws of the Lion to completion, and at the end say something like, I need more Gloomhaven. So that is why it's on the maybe list. And the Frosthaven is also on the maybe list because I just want to check some reviews, and it's just super expensive. Like, so no, that's probably a no. It's either gonna be Gloomhaven or Frosthaven. But those games just take up a lot of space. Too much space. Remove some sleeves. That pile is gonna fall over. That's not good. That is not good. What do I need to do? I need to sleeve these. And then I will start talking about the maybe list. Give me the sleeves. Give me all the sleeves. It's a mess. My desk was cleaned. No, it's a mess. It was a mess. I'm lying. It was a mess. The maybe list, and I'm not gonna go over like what type of games these are. Maybe if I know a little bit better. But again, I just started playing board games. On the top of the list, but this is not like, okay, the number one is like, oh, I really need to get this one, and the last one is like, no, like maybe. This is just like random. This is a random list. On top of the list is Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Apparently it's pretty good and fun to play, and also solo. I think all of the games that I'm gonna call out are also solo. Yes. Because yes, I actually have a maybe list for 2 players. I like making lists. But yeah, the Clone Wars. The thing that I do notice with board games, like there are quite a few Star Wars games. Legion. And there's another one. Rebellion. I think. And Outer Rim. Outer Rim also looks pretty cool, but takes up a lot of space. The Outer Rim should maybe be on this list. But I'm not gonna. So I will just forget about it. And you don't need all of it. Small World. That one is like a little bit low on the maybe list. I kind of like the idea behind the game. I'm not really thrilled about like the aesthetics with Small World. There's a World of Warcraft version as well that I kind of like the look of more, but I think the thing with Small World is like there are expansions and you might not get those with the World of Warcraft version. Like I'm not sure. It looks fun. You know what? I'm sorry, Small World. You're gonna go to the other list. Because I'm actually not sure. There you go. That's how I make the list. There's another one called Australia. And that's kind of like a... how would I describe it? You need to build... I'm a short version. You need to build like a train track and you need to collect resources so that you can buy like tanks and artillery and units. So it's combat, but it's you fight against like zombies and Cthulhu, Lovecraftian type of creatures. It seemed simplistic enough and fun enough to play solo, but also it's quite expensive, so it's on a maybe list. Like, you know, if you see it ever on a sale, like for a little bit cheaper, then consider it. That's also my maybe list. My maybe list is probably also like, nah, not full price. Like maybe just wait. You got enough games. Just wait. But if you see like a good sale, then go for it. Like, live a little. The other one is the Dice Throne. I actually don't know if that's solo. It's dice and you fight, and there's a Marvel version, but it's probably a little bit like expensive. I think I saw something pop up like Dice Throne Adventures, which is something that's a little bit like bigger in scope. That's on the other list. Again, this is a maybe list. The other one is, you might not guess it, but it's Terminator Genisys Rise of the Resistance. Which apparently is not like talked about that often. But apparently it's like a good solo game and actually pretty decent. Especially when you compare it to the movie. Like it's apparently pretty decent. So it's on a maybe list. Like if I see it, then sure. But I think with that game, that's the thing with the rarity or the scarcity that I talked about earlier. I don't think it's that easily available or widely available. So you'll probably you will probably pay some amount of money for that. Then another one is Terraforming Mars and then the Ares Expedition. I think that's like an easier version than the Terraforming Mars. I kind of like the idea behind Terraforming Mars, but I'm not completely sold on it. And that is why it's on the maybe list. Another very cute game that I saw was Flamecraft. I think it's quite new. But it seems like a fun two-player game, but also like a solo game. But maybe a little bit like too big and See, that's also something that I take into account, like how big is it actually, and how easy is it to clean up or set up again. See, to me, man, board games, like getting into board games and just having all the pros and cons, it's a different beast than the video games. It's funny to dive into something like that. Another one is Tiny Towns. You just need to build a city with blocks and something like that. It's solo, but also with multiple people. But it's probably something more solo, but it's very tiny. It doesn't take up a lot of space, so that's like a pro. And it's also not that expensive. And again, it's not that expensive, but these games are like that I might consider when they're just like a little bit cheaper on sale. Another one that was kind of cool that I saw was Cartographer Heroes. You just get like a notepad and you need to like draw cards, and then actually like the patterns, you need to put those on the notepad, like you cross them off, and then based on what you do, you get like certain points. Like if you get like a mountain in the same rows, or like in a whole row. And just Cartographer Heroes. It's also very cheap. It looked fun, like something to do for an hour. Just a puzzle. I love puzzles. Another one that's on the list, but that's just mainly due to the name and not something that I could play because there's no solo mode, and I think you need 2 players. And even with 2 players, it might not be that fun because one might play the enemy and one might play the good dudes, and that's Doom. I think it's good, but that one would be just for like, okay, it's Doom, so it's nice to have, but also it's expensive, so it's just more like if I stumble upon it, then you know the rule by now. That's actually the maybe list. Like it's a small maybe list. On the maybe list, like for the Marvel Champions, there are quite a few expansions, and also for Arkham Horror, there are a lot of campaigns, and they are actually re-releasing like the campaigns from Arkham Horror in something that's a little bit easier to buy and manage, because normally you would get like all these individual scenario packs and individual investigators, but now they just have like a campaign box with all the Mythos cards in it, and then a separate box for the investigators. I still need to sleeve more cards. There are more cards in here than I actually thought, because I still have like a small stack right here. So I need to. That's actually the 4th pack that I'm opening. This is crazy. Now I'm really glad that I didn't consider buying the Dragon Shield ones for the Marvel Champions and or for Arkham Horror, because this is too much. Just leave it all. It's too much. It's too much. Maybe I should not sleeve them all, but I'm just like, no, no. I need to sleeve them. I need to sleeve it. I need to sleeve it. And then I have another list for the board games. And that list is more... someone mentioned it in the video in the top 10, and it looked intriguing, and let's check it out a little bit more so that it might move to the maybe list or get deleted, or I make a note of like, now you thought this was interesting, but nope. Some of them I'm gonna give descriptions because I still need to check them, and so I don't know enough about them. But if you know them and you say like, oh, that's actually worth checking out more, then let me know. But on the checklist, it's betrayal. I don't know. Was that the game with the house and that someone becomes like a is that like the slasher horror thing, betrayal? Maybe. Or is that the House of Madness, the Madness? See, that's why it's on the check. On the check, like, okay, you need to check it out to actually inform yourself before you buy something. Another one would be Dawn of the Zeds. I think that was like a zombie game. And mostly about waves of zombie, kind of like a tower defense. Maybe that was this one. Kind of like a tower defense, like you need to survive. And it just gets harder and harder. And you need to make choices. Like tough choices. But I'm tough. I can make tough choices. Sometimes. Land of Gelzir. I think that game looked quite cute. And I think that's more like story focused. It uses like an app, and I'm just very interested in. I kind of want to check it out, mostly because I want to know like how they use like an app with that game, and it look cool. The following that I'm gonna mention is a game that it's probably not gonna work out. It's Aeon's End, but I think that's a game with cards, a lot of expansions, and I do think my rule is that I need to focus on 2 card games, and that's it. Like, I got my Marvel Champions, I got my Arkham Horror, and I don't want to make it too crazy with all the cards thingies. I don't want to make it too crazy. It's already too crazy. It is already too crazy. Let's sleeve this one, and I think I'm done with sleeving. Re-sleeving. Very nice. Let's put those in here. And let's put... I made a mess. I made a mess. It's all falling apart. It's all falling apart. Oh my god. Let's put these sleeves back in here. I wish it would stop raining. It's... There you go. Still got some cards left. Let's go over the list. This is the checkout list. Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. Actually, don't know what that is. Another one is Set a Watch. I don't remember writing that down. Maybe that was just a note for me, like set an alarm. Spirit Island. I think I am... I checked it out and I was like, no. A lot of people seem to like it, but I just don't like the style. Mage Knight. No. It seems very cool, but also very big. Big box. Feast for Odin. That one seemed very interesting. Scythe. SCYTHE. I like the style. It appears on some lists, but also it's quite expensive. That's why it's on the checklist, because I kind of want to see some playthroughs of that. Oh, Star Wars Outer Rim is on here. Maybe move that. to the maybe list. And then role player adventures. What is it again? I don't know. That's why I need to check it out. Small World. Yeah, well, I just pasted that here. I already mentioned the Dice Throne Adventures. Final Girl. That's kind of like a slasher, and you need to survive or defeat like a slasher or dude monster. Probably not. Delete. Siege of Valeria. No idea why that's on this list. Another one that's on the list that is kind of... I'm gonna place it on a maybe because I actually checked it out. It's Creature Comforts, and that one seems very cute and chilled. It was a Kickstarter game, but that was a list. All right, the maybe 2-player is Raptor, Root, and Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu. It's a small list. Those are the games. Listen, it's already like 2-hour stream, and I was actually planning on streaming for an hour, but then I had to talk about the Mike the board games and actually sleeve the games. Yeah, this is good. Like, I can live with this mess. This is fine. This is fine. I'm gonna clean up my desk and do something else. Need to eat. I will be back soon. Maybe next week play like a game or something, like an actual game. I need to see like how everything lands. Maybe we'll try out or do like a test stream with the mic, because I need to check out that wireless mic, because it should be good, but I can't nail the sound quality. Like it's never gonna be just as good as this mic, but it should be. It should actually be like decent enough, but I just can't find I can't find a sweet spot. So maybe have like a test stream for that, just to check out the equipment. But yeah, that's it. First stream that I just only talked instead of just playing games. Hey, it's a stream. It's a stream. Anything else? No, the board game. Next couple of weeks are gonna be busy, so I don't know if I stream on Fridays, but I try to stream like somewhere. Yeah, just like that. Thanks all for watching, and see you all later. Have a good weekend.
Bye.